Okay, so today we are swapping out, and we're just going to show you the install uninstall of paper pickup rollers for your 4200 series laser printer. Pretty simple, very straightforward. You're going to basically do two rollers, but there is a third roller that you don't always have to replace. These first two rollers you have to replace more often, and they're these blue-gray paper feed rollers here. So this flap just pulls back. Just be careful when you're pulling it back. We see a lot of people break this. You don't have to be too aggressive with it. So all you have to do is pull this roller out, and it's just got this blue tab here with a little pinch mechanism on it. You just kind of pinch that and pull it out. And that's it. Should have good treading on it. Usually if they're bald and really slick, then you know you're having some issues. But one other thing is this clutch here, this black clutch. Sometimes it gets dislodged when you pull the roller out, so I'm going to turn it here a little bit. You can see there's a cotter pin in there that matches up with the shaft. So it kind of just, you want to make sure that when you put this back in that it links into that. If it doesn't link in, it's going to sit sideways, and then you're going to get paper jam false feeds. So just be aware of that. Doesn't always happen, but you know, it may. All you do is slide the roller back in, click it in, give it a little push, make sure it's locked into place, which it is, and you're done. Then you have two rollers inside the machine. And this is the roller here that doesn't always have to get replaced. That's the main paper feed roller that pushes it forward. Then there's your other corresponding paper feed roller and separation roller. So again, you just pinch it out and it comes out. This roller, if you need to replace it, is a little bit more difficult sometimes to pinch out because that's recessed a little bit more. So sometimes you gotta tug on it a little bit. But this one too, especially when you're putting it back in, make sure it gets seated right, because it's a little bit more of a it's meshing with its gears here, and unlike these rollers that just hook into almost like a cotter pin mechanism, these actually fit into the gearing, so it's a little bit more difficult, but just take your time with it. Same thing, this just goes back in, clicks into place, and that's really it. And this is the 500 sheet optional. I'll just show you real quick on the printer itself. We already got the paper tray out, that's the same thing, but you can see in here, it's a little dark, but actually that looks pretty good. It's just the same process. And I mean, whether you have just, you know, this tray on the machine, or you have the 500 sheet optional, or 500. I mean, you can put as many, I think you can put up to 4 500 sheet optional trays on these. It's all the same. And a lot of times if you have bad rollers, or the clutch is going bad, you're going to have like 13.20 0.00 paper jam errors, or the paper will come out of the tray like halfway or a quarter way out and it'll jam. Usually it's pointing to the bad rollers. So that's it for the 4200 series paper pickup rollers.